LTC programming is supported by
Hi and welcome to Chamber Chat TV. I'm Danielle McFadden, President of the Chamber. I'm super excited for this month's episode because I have the folks from Thorndike Exchange here. I have Allison McMartin, Senior Community Manager, and Justin Martell, Director of Digital Marketing. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Great.
Thanks for having us.
I'm so excited to talk about Thorndike Exchange, otherwise known as the old Comfort Bedding.
That's right, yeah.
It's a little different now.
Yeah,
little
very different. And Lowell is known for, everything is a landmark. I used to work at a place, a credit union, and it was the old Fannie Farmers, and Fannie Farmers wasn't even around when I was alive, and I'd say, oh yeah, the old Fannie Farmers, and everybody knew what it was. So you're going to be hearing Comfort Bedding for many years to come. So let's talk a little bit about the property and all the wonderful amenities.
So it's a mixed-use building. So we have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. We also have some commercial space. So there will be restaurants, a rooftop bar. We'll have some office space and retail space as well.
It's incredible, and people, like, you're not going to want to leave.
You don't have to leave.
Right, and
No.
I'm saying even working there, you're going to be like, I'm going to go to the restaurant, I'm going to go grab a coffee.
Yeah, you really don't have to leave. We're actually connected to the MBTA as well. So Gallagher is right there on site. We even have a covered bridge, so you never have to step outside in the wintertime. So if you work in the city, it's the perfect place for the commuter. You can just stay there covered, stay warm and dry, and then take the train and you're right home.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah. There's a gym on the first floor. So you can go work out, go get a coffee at the cafe, go make a phone call
Yeah.
from the
Hang out.
office space.
Yeah.
Get some dinner. Literally, you never have to step outside.
And there's a ton of great community space as well.
Yeah, I absolutely love the library. It has gorgeous features, the lights, the big windows, a really cool pool table, a little mini bar area where you can make drinks, you can
Yeah.
hang out. It's just really an awesome place to be.
And the fireplace and that room on the first floor is amazing.
Yep, we stuck with that. One of the original features, completely redone. It just looks incredible.
It's stunning to see the transformation. I mean, every detail, every light fixture, there's no detail that has not been looked at and chosen meticulously.
It's really a unique place. I've never seen another building like it. It's gorgeous.
I
Yeah.
totally agree. Are you pet friendly?
Yes, we're pet friendly.
We sure are, and we actually just opened up our enclosed little dog park and run,
awesome.
which has turf in it, so it's nice and clean. It's easy to just head on down there and hang out with your pets and get some fresh air. It's really a
great.
great spot for especially being in the city.
That's excellent. Most places don't have that. Most communities don't even have like a community dog park, so to have that right in your building.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's a great way for people to meet too. You know, people within the building
Absolutely.
that have pets are going to
Yeah,
become
and
fast
there's-
friends.
And again, like there's just, it's a great social spot. I think it's perfect for the social butterfly, if you will. Whether you're hanging out in the lounges, whether you're hanging out in the restaurants, or if you're in the dog park or on the rooftop, there's going to be people coming and going everywhere, and just hanging out. It's a great place for friends too. You can rent out our community spaces as well. So perfect
Excellent.
place to throw a party or a bash. So really is a hot spot.
Yeah, the community space on the first floor even has a fridge, and I mean, it's like a full
Multiple
kitchen.
fridges,
Yeah.
Ice maker,
Yep.
I know, it's really.
freezer, oven. So everything you need for a party.
I know, that's perfect. And then you don't have to worry about having people, but you're going to want people in your apartment because it's so beautiful.
Yep. Absolutely, and the apartments themselves, they're beautiful. You talked about some of the hand-picked details. I mean, we still have those high ceilings, those big windows. There's plenty of light. As Allison had said, 1 and 2 bedroom options. So it's perfect if you have a guest over, if you want a second spot for a home office. It's really, really convenient.
And exposed brick, exposed beams,
Lots of original character.
which is really
Yeah.
Yeah.
fantastic. And every floor is named after somebody from Lowell,
Yes.
which I love.
Yep, we call it the famous 5. So all 5 floors are
I didn't know
named
that. That's
after
so funny.
somebody famous who was born in Lowell. For example, we have Jack Kerouac, who's there, Betty Davis, and some others that are worth coming to see for yourself.
Yeah.
There's really unique traits and characteristics within each floor in the decor and the design of the building that pays tribute to them. We really wanted to create a really unique luxury lifestyle and space here.
You
And
nailed
one
it.
place we haven't talked about yet is the 3rd floor rooftop garden. So we're still working on the final touches, but it's an amazing big space, outdoor space. So it's off of the 3rd floor. We'll have some planter boxes so
Great.
people can plant herbs and vegetables. There will be gas grills up there, a turf area, lounge chairs. So really great place to, hang out
Yeah.
outside.
And that's for residents.
For residents
Yeah, which
only.
is
Yeah.
really
It's a Boston or New York style building and community lifestyle brought to Lowell.
very cool. Lowell needed it. There's definitely a demand for it.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next question. Who is perfect to live at Thorndike?
Anyone.
Anyone really,
You-
yeah.
Do you want to rent an apartment?
It was funny because there was a group of women. We had an event there, and I said, well, okay, there's 30 of us. Let's all get together, and we can do a timeshare. So we each get a day, a night to get away from our families.
Yeah, it is. It's perfect. It's perfect for the commuter. Like I said, hop on the train. You're in and out of the city, and then you're back home. It's perfect if you're looking to downsize. Again, we have a few different floor plan options for both 1 and 2 bedrooms. If you're looking for a more convenient lifestyle where you don't want to have to venture out for a night out and you want
Yeah.
to just head downstairs and have a bite to eat or go on the roof, it really varies. So we just wanted to give as many luxury options as possible to people who are there.
Right.
I'm thinking
And
of-
one thing with luxury is that there's a concierge service.
Wow.
So we have the concierge on staff at the front. So if you go grocery shopping and need help bringing your groceries up, they're there to do that. If you have a guest coming
Wow.
by or food delivery, they're there to help you out. So that's
Really
really,
great.
an amazing amenity that a lot
Yeah.
of places don't have.
Yeah, no, you don't really hear about that around here. And I was thinking about people downsizing. I kind of laughed because if they get a 2-bedroom, their kids are probably going to want to move back in. They're like in their late 20s, like, hey, yeah, I'm going to go live with mom and dad because everything I need is right here.
That's right.
Right.
So if people are interested in seeing the building, what's the best way to connect with you and see what's happening at Thorndike Exchange?
We're open 7 days a week. So we're open. We've had people move in. All of the apartments are ready for immediate move-in.
Excellent.
So if anyone wants to come and take a tour, they can call us or visit us on the website, which is thorndikeexchange.com.
Yep, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Thorndike Exchange as well. And we're constantly posting what's going on, a lot of the developments and updates that we're still unveiling. It's really, really exciting. Allison had touched base on that rooftop garden and just some of the areas, and as we continue to showcase more and more, it'll be really exciting to see.
And you already have some of the apartments rented. It looks like there's construction happening around there, but there's still a lot of action happening in the building and
Right.
very happy residents. So
Yep.
there's still an opportunity for
We're
people.
open, we're
Yeah.
move-in ready immediately, so it's definitely worth seeing for yourself, I think, at the 2 open houses we've had, and we're going to be looking to have more events in the future to
Right.
bring people in, so it's definitely worth seeing for yourself, for
It
sure.
really is absolutely stunning. And it's a great opportunity if you live there. Where you live becomes a place where your friends come. There'll be restaurants, there's a fire pit,
Yeah.
which will be really great. So you're really not going to have to leave because everyone's going to want to come to you,
Yeah,
which is
definitely.
a huge bonus.
And we have our next open house scheduled for Sunday, July 14th from 12 to 4.
Great.
So anyone can swing by during that time. And if that time doesn't work, like I said, we're open 7 days a week.
Yeah, you have great parking spots right there that say future resident parking, so you can
That's it. Pull on in
park
and
there.
take a look
Yeah.
yourself.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about the restaurant and retail space.
Yeah, so that will be available to the general public.
Yep.
So there will be a few restaurants and a cafe on site.
Great.
And a rooftop bar. So anyone can, you could take the train up, you could drive up and access that space.
Yeah, and I know half the time when I'm trying to get work done, I just need a change of scenery, right? So if you
Definitely.
work from home or you come off the train, you need to get stuff done, perfect to just pop in that cafe, have a cup of coffee, take a seat in peace and quiet. It's really spacious in there. It has great light against the windows, so just the perfect spot.
It's gonna be nice. You can go to the gym if you live there. You can grab a cup of coffee.
Yeah, the gym is really cool. Actually, that first floor is one of my favorite spots. It has, again, really cool furniture, cool flooring, wall graphics that pay tribute to the city and its history. It's really awesome. The gym has that exposed brick. It just has brand new equipment. It's really a great spot to kind of get away, get your workout in, see a new part of the building, and then you can head back upstairs, grab a bite to eat, a cup of coffee, or head home.
Yeah. And there's a yoga studio as well in the gym and additional
Awesome.
storage in that first floor space. So if you're downsizing and you have a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
we have storage space available.
Excellent. Doesn't sound like you're gonna need much because you can just walk around the building and find whatever you need.
Right.
True.
So this is a luxury real estate spot. We've already talked about that there's the concierge service, all the amenities. Anything else you want the folks to know about the space? It's so hard to describe it all because it's really just such a stunning
It's one of a
place that you
kind.
really want to take the tour and take the
It's-
time to
it's
go
right on
through.
Thorndike Street. There's plenty of spots in the area to go and see as well. Plenty of attractions. We feel like we're in a really great neighborhood,
Yeah.
a really good area. So it's just more conveniences for everybody who's there.
And I'm sure the reception from people has been great. I mean,
Right. Like I said, it's one of a kind. People walk in and just look at all of the details that you mentioned and are really wowed by it.
I know the light fixtures is like, you just can't help but like look up. And
We've been seeing it since it's been under construction, and every time I go to Thorndike Exchange, I'm still wowed
Yeah.
at the transformation. It's crazy. If you love those HGTV shows and all the before and afters and whatnot, this place is unbelievable, especially if you've seen where it came from, the old Comfort Furniture Factory. It's
yeah.
unbelievable to see yourself. And it's just, it looks so clean and so new, and it smells so new. You would never know it was an
Definitely.
existing building before.
And I'm glad you mentioned cleanliness because I've been there a couple of times, and every time I go, there's somebody that is cleaning like the place from top to bottom.
We have an amazing team, and there's no detail that's overlooked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure. And we had an event there in June with chamber members and Polka Dot Powerhouse. We had a great crowd. I think every single person took a tour. Like that's why they came. They wanted to see a tour.
Every time I turned my head, there was a big crowd walking by, just oohing and eyeing at everything. It was really great to show off.
And we're going to show that video at the end kind of to wrap up this segment. But before we wrap up the segment, if there's anything, why don't you mention the open house one more time and then how folks can find out more information, whether it be your address, website, social media.
Yeah. So the open house is July 14th, which is a Sunday, from 12 to 4 p.m. You can just stop by anytime,
Excellent.
take a look around. But we're open 7 days a week. Our website is thorndikeexchange.com, and we're on social at Thorndike Exchange.
Excellent. So we're going to end this segment with rolling into a video from our event. Thank you both for being here,
Thank you so
and we
much.
look forward to visiting Thorndike Exchange again and again and again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
LTC is Lowell's Community Media and Education Center. We have the tools to help you express yourself and change the world. You have the stories that need to be told about people and organizations having a positive impact, human needs and human rights. You are the person to tell that story on TV, and we can help. LTC offers video production classes and all the equipment you need to get your message out. Do it yourself, or use our professionals to help make it happen. Your story Might be a half-hour talk show, event coverage, an original drama, documentary, or a social media post. We make it easy for you to express yourself and make a difference. Contact LTC to schedule an appointment to plan how to get your message out to the world.
Hi, and welcome back to Chamber Chat TV. I'm Danielle McFadden, president of the Chamber. I'm so excited to have Paul Betancourt here. We've known each other for a long time,
Yes.
so I feel like it's just two friends sitting around a table.
True, I agree.
So you're the fleet and commercial manager at Jarvis, which
Yes.
includes, well, I'll let you talk about all that includes because there's multiple.
Okay, so we have 4 franchises, 4 physical stores. It's a family-owned business. There's Jarvis's all over the place.
There are.
There's a lot of businesses that say they're family-owned, but this is owner-operated. So you can walk into any store and ask for somebody named Jarvis, and at least 1 or 2 people will show up.
That's amazing.
So,
I love
that's
that.
nice because
It
that makes
is.
a difference, versus there's some big car dealerships where the guy's out on his yacht on Memorial Day making everybody work on the holiday.
Yeah.
This is not like that at all. So being owner-operated, they've been in business for 58 years. 3 of the stores here in Lowell at Mickey Ward Circle. When I give directions, I still say next to the Wang Towers.
Yeah. I was saying on our last segment, Thorndike Exchange, I said they're going to call it comfort bedding for years. So it's the same thing.
There you go. So I used to work for Digital, so it was Digital and
Yeah.
Wang. Those are the 2 big computer companies now. Neither of them are here, but so we're next to the Wang Towers at the Mickey Ward Circle. There's a Lincoln store, a Volkswagen store, and a Kia store.
Yep.
And then the Ford store is in Ayer, Mass, which sounds really far, but it's like 15 miles in 20 minutes.
It's not far at all.
You
We're so
know,
spoiled in this
it's
area that we
terrible,
can
yeah.
like go anywhere. Just, hop
Exactly.
over.
That's only 10 minutes up, 10 miles up 495. So it's a very close, easy ride.
Excellent.
It's better for me because the dealership I was at before was in Stoneham. Great dealership, nice company, but going up 93 every morning.
Yeah, that's
it's
taxing.
22 miles, it's an hour, it's just torture. So it's nice. I work 2 days here in Lowell
Yeah.
and 3 days up in Ayer. So I go back
Oh, I
and
didn't know
forth,
that.
so
Interesting.
Much better commute for me.
Yeah. Plus, you can offer so many different types of vehicles.
It's exciting.
Which is
I
really
have
nice.
Some of my Ford customers that one of them wants to buy a Volkswagen, the other
Yeah.
one wants to buy a Kia, somebody wants a Lincoln, so it's really giving me a lot more product to offer.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
So, who are your customers primarily?
Well, my customers the big 3 are municipalities,
Yep.
B2B, nonprofits, and businesses. And businesses can be anything from an owner-operator, a landscaper, a one-person company, up to companies that have up to 500 vehicles. Okay, so it
That's
can
a
be-
nice customer.
I've sold vehicles to exactly. I've sold vehicles to Comcast, and I've sold vehicles to landscapers that just have a trailer with 1 lawnmower. So
Yeah.
it can really be almost anybody.
Yeah. And which is so great when you work with Paul is that you treat the one guy landscaper the same as you
Exactly.
treat the Comcast,
They all get the
which
same
is
deal.
great.
Yeah, they all get a great deal.
And you've worked with a lot of nonprofits, and I know personally
Yes.
I'm on the board of the food bank, and you worked
Their
with
van
them,
came out
and
great.
yeah, so thank you for that.
You're
They were
welcome.
thrilled.
I have a van on order for the Lowell Salvation
Yes,
Army.
I heard that through the
Coming in.
grapevine.
Yeah, and we have one going over to the CMAA this week.
Oh, great!
Cambodia
Excellent.
Mutual Aid Association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're hitting up the nonprofit
Yeah.
community, which is great because people think nonprofits, they don't have any money, but nonprofits need similar to a business in the
Right.
sense they need, vehicles
Yeah.
and those other things, and
a
they
lot of
purchase
the smaller
things.
ones, they don't realize that if it's a legit nonprofit, they're eligible for what they call GPC, government price concessions. So
Oh.
huge incentives,
Huh.
the same as if they were the city of Lowell.
Yep.
Okay, for example, on some of those vans, it can be as much as $8,000.
Oh my gosh, that's
So unless you're
huge.
dealing with somebody like me that's commercial certified through Ford,
Yeah.
the average car dealership you walk in and ask for a 15-passenger van, you're not going to get anywhere near
Yeah.
the deal you'll get by dealing with somebody that's certified and knows the process.
That's so interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, plus Jarvis is so great to the community. You do Driven to Give, and there's a lot of
Well,
nonprofits
that's how
that
I met
benefit
Peter
from
for
that.
years with the Salvation
Yeah,
Army Radio
oh my
Fund,
gosh.
and that's how I got to know that he was a good guy, and
Yeah.
I like to work for him.
That's great. And I had Steve Jarvis as a Spanish teacher.
There's a Jarvis I haven't met. There's many that I haven't
Yeah,
met.
yeah.
They're
He's one of the
everywhere.
brothers.
Yeah.
Like the nicest guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Even Walt,
Just a
right?
couple of years ago, I had him as a Spanish teacher.
Yeah, I
Just a couple.
understand.
But they are a great family and just
Very
very
nice
well
people.
respected in the community.
Absolutely.
So what's the difference between leasing and buying? Because when you're going to get a vehicle, so whether it lease or buy, you should look at all options, correct?
Yeah. So there's really 2 basic types of leasing. You have what they call a retail lease, which would be if Danielle was good. What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a RAV4
We can help
currently.
you with that. So when you go to lease a RAV4, you're doing a conventional retail closed-end lease. Okay, so you told them how many miles you're going to drive,
Yep.
and how many years, and how much you're going to put down. And they gave you a payment. And say, for example, it's 15,000 miles a year for 3 years. You have the ability to drive 45,000 miles without worrying about it. If you drive over that, there's going to be a mileage adjustment. You're going to have to pay for that.
Yep.
If you drive less, it doesn't matter. The car's going back. So that's a traditional lease, but you can't do anything to your vehicle, right? You got to keep it in good shape. You can't paint it pink or put
Yeah.
red lights on it, or put
Put
dump
eyelashes
body in
on it,
back.
the people that
Can't
put
put
the-
eyelashes. Exactly. They want it back in the same condition that they gave it to you. A commercial lease is totally different, and in that they call it an open-end lease. And for example, Toyota can't lease you a dump truck. Okay?
Yeah.
But
Thank goodness,
but
because they
Ford
wouldn't want me
will do
driving
a
one.
commercial lease on a dump truck, okay, on a 15-passenger van, on a utility body truck, a tow truck,
Yeah.
delivering a big F-650 tow truck to a company in Lowell tomorrow. You can lease these vehicles through Ford, and you put as many miles as you want on them. Doesn't matter. You can paint them, put your name on it, put stripes on them, put lights on them, do whatever you want with them, because at the end you're gonna purchase that vehicle at the end of that lease.
Oh, interesting.
And there's different tax incentives for leasing versus buying, especially if you're in business. So I always tell people, I'm not your accountant. Talk to the person who does your taxes. I'll
Yeah.
give you the figures both ways. Whether you buy or lease, the price will be the same. But there may be some significant extra savings for you leasing it into your business
Interesting.
versus buying.
I would have never thought of that.
It's top secret. We don't tell anybody.
Well, you just ruined the secret. I hate to break it to you. So what is a Ford commercial?
Ford Commercial is we just became a Ford Commercial certified dealer. So there's over 3,000 Ford stores in the country. There's less than 500 commercial vehicle centers. Okay, so a commercial vehicle center that means they have the people that are trained by Ford to deal with a commercial account, whether it be a landscaper, a builder. Doesn't matter what it is. We have the ability to take care of you. You get priority service. You get priority parts availability. Because say for example you're a mason, you got 3 dump trucks and one's broken. You're not making any money. When that truck is down, you're out of business. You can't, you can't get your supplies to the job site. So there's almost like a VIP process for those commercial accounts because they understand that when that vehicle's down, you're not making any money. It's costing you money. So being a commercial vehicle center is all about having the proper training, the parts on hand, the vehicles in stock for that type of customer.
Well, so there's not a lot of people that have that capability.
No, it takes a lot of time
Yeah.
and money. It's a big investment.
Yeah.
Just an average dump truck is $60,000 today.
Wow.
So if you got 10 of those in stock,
Yeah.
with the truck where this dump truck, this tow truck we're delivering, it's almost $90,000.
Wow.
These aren't things that are inexpensive, but they're money makers for the businesses.
Definitely, and you don't want to be without one. If this if
Exactly.
you have the demand on your end, you want to make sure that you have the
That's
vehicle
true.
to
Yeah.
accommodate that. Very interesting. Now I'm peeking at. Okay, Tara got my questions ready. I'm like, it looks like you have something that I don't have, but I have it. I just need to flip. So B2B versus retail.
Okay, so again, very different. When you walk into, if you're looking for a Mustang or Fusion or even a Volkswagen Tiguan or a Kia Sorento, you walk in as Danielle, you're getting a retail transaction, okay, which is the bulk of transactions. A B2B is you call Paul, you email Paul, you text Paul, and next thing you know, Paul's sitting at your desk or at your job site, giving you the information that you need, bring the vehicle to you, look at your trade there, and then you receive the numbers and you approve them, and then the truck shows up. Half of my customers I never meet in person.
Wow.
I've got customers from Maine to Michigan.
Yeah.
It's all done either phone, text, or email. Sometimes it's a whole mishmash of them all, and we understand what you need. We find out what your needs are. Most customers know exactly what they want. Some don't know what they want.
Yeah.
Do I need a van? Do I need a truck? What do I need? We help you find the vehicle. We price it, and we give you the information, and then we deliver the truck to you. So very few times does a customer actually come to the dealership. If they come to the dealership, it's because they want to get out of the office, not because they want to.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make a difference where I am. I could be here, I could be in Lowell and Ayer, I could be at home in Drake. It doesn't matter. I'm still doing business, and we come to the customer. We make it easy for the customer, because if a customer's out schlepping around a car dealership, wasting time talking to people who may not know what he needs, he's not making money. I want my customers at their desk making money so they
great.
can spend it with me.
I think sometimes people feel like that throughout the buying process of a car. It's like, oh, it's going to take so long, but it doesn't have to be that way. If you know what you
Doesn't
want
have to be
and
that way. That's
you
right.
work with the right people.
Yeah. I have a customer driving to my house tomorrow night with their trade-in, their daughter's trade-in, so I can look at it in the yard. And
Oh my
they
gosh,
don't
wow.
have to drive over to Ayer, so
That's great.
that's not a problem. We
Yeah.
take care of the customers.
That's great. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Now, I kind of touched upon that, but municipal and nonprofit clients.
Yeah. So like we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier, with customers like the Salvation Army or Andover DPW buys a lot of trucks from me, the town of
Great.
Drake. Housing authorities, school departments, DPWs, state of New Hampshire, state of Vermont, state of Massachusetts. These are all customers, Connecticut, that I've
Wow.
sold vehicles to. They get special, they're called GPC, government price concessions. So it's a very aggressive pricing. It's pricing that you and I are not eligible.
Yeah.
But Ford is the #1 fleet and commercial manufacturer in the country. They own probably 2/3 of that business, and they're very aggressive in obtaining that business. So again, deals that you and I we couldn't
Yeah.
get. But it's good because, like I tell the town manager in Drake, I'm going to give you a great deal because these are my tax dollars that I'm saving. So
Yeah, that's
more money
great.
saving in a car, the less you have to raise my taxes.
Yeah,
So
perfect.
yeah, and the service that they get is important. That's what keeps them coming back.
Yeah, and I mean, it goes to show you that your pricing is great and your customer service is great if you're getting other states
Exactly.
coming to you to
Yeah.
purchase their vehicles.
Just ordered 2 trucks for the state of New Hampshire.
Wow.
Delivered to Vermont, Connecticut Airport Authority.
Yeah.
We go all over. It doesn't matter.
And I don't think people realize all the different municipalities and nonprofits and businesses that actually need vehicles. So you don't really think about it too much.
Well, there's approximately 400 towns in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
right? And each town has a police department, a fire
Yeah.
department, a school department, a housing authority. Every town has to have a housing authority. So there's more
Yeah.
customers out there than I can track down.
Yeah,
but
there's
I
a lot
keep
of
looking for 'em.
opportunity. He's the guy to go to. So if you have any needs at all. Anything else you want the viewers to know about Jarvis?
Just that, Jarvis has been in business for 58 years, but we just opened this fleet department in January. And business is off. to
I
a
didn't
good
realize
start.
that. So you kind of opened it up for them.
That's
and-
it. That's
oh,
why
that's
I'm there.
exciting.
Yeah, so it is very exciting. It's
Yeah.
almost like having a 5th franchise to the
Yeah.
mix. So it's really expanding our reach and the customers that we can deal with. Especially if you look at like the Lincoln store, obviously it's a high-end
Yeah.
product, not an inexpensive car. A lot of those customers own businesses,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been buying their vehicles someplace else. Now they don't have to. If they
That's
like doing
great.
business with Jarvis Lincoln, for their personal cars,
Yeah.
they can buy their commercial trucks and their commercial vehicles through us now also.
Yeah, and you've been in business for almost 60 years. Well, not personally,
No,
but
not me.
the company's been in business for almost 60 years and very well integrated into the community, does a lot for the community. Like you said, you can't go to a dealership and say Jarvis without at least 1 or 2 people coming out with that last name.
Exactly.
And that means a lot to people to do business
does.
with and support local families and support local
Definitely.
businesses that support the community. It's huge.
Right.
So can you give your locations one more time for the different,
Yes.
and talk kind of about, because you have Ford and
Yeah.
Lincoln, Volkswagen,
So
Kia.
Reese Avenue is where the Lincoln store is,
Mm-hmm.
the Kia store, and the Volkswagen store. So we pretty much have that whole rotary with the exception of the old Wang Towers, which are Cross Point Towers.
I'm like, Crosspoint.
Cross Point, which is a very nice big building. Did a nice
It
job
is
with that.
gorgeous.
Yeah, so it's nice. So I walk back and forth across that rotary several times a day. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it takes too much time to drive. I'd rather just walk. So we're conveniently located there, which is at the intersection of Route 3 and 495.
Mm-hmm.
And then the store in Ayer is on Littleton Road.
Great.
And that's, you just go up 495, get off at the Route 2A 111, and it's 4 miles off the exit. It's very easy to get to. It's also at a rotary. So I don't know if
Interesting.
they have a thing where
A little
they buy stores at
theme.
rotaries. I
Yeah.
don't know. There might be some superstition there.
All right. So if you are near a rotary and you want Jarvis to go to your rotary,
There you go.
you know who to call.
Absolutely.
If folks want to get in touch with you, how do they call you, contact you?
So the best way is always either my cell or my email, and my cell phone number is 978-866-4124, and my email is paul@jarvisford.com.
And if you don't have a pen handy, give us a call. We'll hook you up with Paul, we promise.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us
My
today,
pleasure.
or joining
Enjoyed
me,
it.
I should say. And I've learned a lot, so it's a win in my book.
Very good. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you all for tuning in to Chamber Chat this month. Please check out our website at greaterlowellchamber.org. We have a ton of great stuff happening. Thank you so much.
The technology the creativity.
Their own countries, but
Lowell Telecommunications Corporation.